According to the Permanent Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Charles Hinga, the high price of land is one of the main challenges facing the affordable housing program.
So we have a plan because we have an annual demand of 250,000 houses a year. Unfortunately, we are only able to produce 50,000 every year.
Hinga says that they had identified various parcels of land currently under the prison department for use in the multi-billion project.
That we are accommodating criminals in the most prime area because our prisons sit on the most prime area. Is it true or false? Committee is very in your constituency, Honorable Chair. That's very prime area. We have 4 prisons in Nairobi, industrial area. We have both Langata men and women, and we have Nairobi West. You go to every major town, Shimolatewa, Thika town, Roiro, the prisons are inside. Kilifi. Nakuru. And you know, they sit on a lot of land. In Kitale, it is basically a glut because that town cannot grow as long as that prison is there. So, and we have not built a prison since independence. So I think, honorable members, it is high time we start building prisons and we move criminals far away from the urban areas.
According to Hinga, so far 9 counties had offered the land where a total of 55,000 housing units will be constructed.
How much land is occupied by all these ASK showgrounds for an event that we only have once a year for 3 or 4 days? Isn't it time to have a serious conversation? If it's a trade fair, we can take it far away. We don't need to have Jamhuri showground in Jamhuri Park. You have the biggest slum. We can take that land and redevelop it and free up that land and redevelop it. In this country, the reason why the values of land are going up is not because there's anything special we're doing. It's because people are holding land.
The PS attribute some of the challenges facing the construction sector to high taxes and archaic laws that needed to be amended.
Let's do the Malaysia way. If you're holding land, after a period of time, we start taxing you on what is called idle land tax. So instead of taxing payroll, VAT, so much, let's go tax those people who are holding land and they're not using it. And when we want to buy it, we have to pay a premium to use it. Sounds radical, but that's how progressive nations have addressed it.
Lazima kuangaliwe juu ya vile tunaweza kuruhusu nyumba kujengwa bila kutumia ustadi wa kisawasawa ili tuweze kuokoa maisha ya Wakenya. And we are going to support you in this, that we should not allow any form of corruption of approvals for houses which are not qualified to be built without proper structures.
Kiambu Senator has proposed that operating licenses for all engineers and contractors implicated in collapsed buildings have their licenses cancelled.
We are discussing on what should be done to make sure that these buildings that are collapsing left, right and center, and especially in Kiambu and Nairobi, what should be done. And we have tasked them to give us a report on what they are planning to do, because we cannot continue losing lives. And then when you ask them, they blame the contractor. After you blame the contractor, you blame the engineer. Then the engineer, when you ask the engineer, you blame the fundi. I mean, any building that collapses in any area, that engineer who was overseeing that project should have their license cancelled.
For Ebru TV, Amode Francis.